This investigation explores 8 habits that capture the core of the unique personality type known as the INFJ, unveiling the characteristic features of the real deal. These habits are authentic indicators of an INFJ's personality, from their unwavering dedication to real connections to their intuitive grasp of empathy. These characteristics go beyond simple behavioral patterns and are essential to the authentic INFJ experience, making them very difficult to accurately replicate. Come along on this adventure to discover the true habits that true INFJs have. The 8th is mastery of intuitive empathy. An INFJ with a reputation for mastering intuitive empathy, Mark came across Sarah, a coworker, going through a personal crisis. Mark detected her distress without giving any obvious clues, and he lent her a sympathetic ear. The unexpected twist occurred when, a week later, Sarah confided in Mark about her difficulties and thanked him for his understanding support. This event highlights the INFJ's capacity to recognize nonverbal emotional cues and provide true empathy, demonstrating that for Mark and similar individuals, this capacity is not a learned behavior but rather an intrinsic aspect of who they are. Mark's narrative highlights the sincerity of INFJ's intuitive empathy and highlights how their behaviors are motivated by a sincere desire to emotionally connect with people. 7th, a profound emotional understanding. While Mark, the INFJ renowned for his profound emotional understanding, moved through his social circles, he came across his friend Alex, who was struggling emotionally. Others gave more traditional guidance, but Mark went farther and helped Alex understand the underlying feelings that were troubling her. The turning point came when Mark's understanding of Alex's emotional terrain produced a significant breakthrough that strengthened their bond. Mark's narrative demonstrates the innate capacity of INFJs to discern emotions under the surface, highlighting their dedication to developing authentic connections through an appreciation of the deep complexity that exists within others. 6th, sincere nurturing of connections. As an INFJ, Mark's path brought him to a significant encounter that demonstrated his sincere cultivation of connections. When Mark saw his friend Jessica going through a difficult moment, he took the effort to learn about her viewpoint rather than just expressing condolences. The pivotal moment came when Mark, via conversations characterized by empathy and patience, assisted Jessica in overcoming her challenges, thereby fortifying their relationship. Mark's experience highlights the INFJ's dedication to real connections, highlighting that for those who are like him, building real bonds is more than just a polite social exchange. It's a genuine investment in getting to know and assist others. The INFJ's innate desire to cultivate relationships based on trust, empathy, and shared experiences is reflected in this habit, which goes beyond surface-level exchanges and enhances the fabric of their ties. Anticipating a strategic outcome is number 5. Mark's INFJ path explores his strategic result anticipation, a tendency that was made clear when working on a team project. Mark anticipated difficulties that others hadn't anticipated and subtly changed the project schedule and resource allocation in response to possible obstacles. The project encountered an unexpected obstacle, which Mark's strategic preparation enabled the team to overcome with ease, and this proved to be the pivotal point. This event demonstrates the INFJ's natural capacity to predict results and strategically plan for success. It also shows that, for people like Mark, this talent extends beyond intuition and is a deliberate and calculated part of their approach to problems. 4th, pursuing an idealistic vision. The INFJ Mark, who is well known for his passionate pursuit of vision, faced a hurdle at work. Mark envisioned a long-term strategy that was in line with the company's ethical standards and principles, while others concentrated on short-term fixes. The turning point came when Mark's idealistic solution not only fixed the immediate problem, but also won over coworkers who shared his larger vision. This event, demonstrates the INFJ's dedication to pursuing ideals above and beyond practical solutions, demonstrating that idealism is more than just an abstract notion for people like Mark. It serves as a compass for how they approach problems. The third is an embrace of introspection and solitude. Mark's contemplative embracing of isolation, a habit that emerged during a period of introspection, helped him shape his INFJ journey. In the midst of social events and outside distractions, Mark found comfort in isolation, which gave him the opportunity to reflect and refuel. The turning point occurred when Mark asked to be left alone during a group activity. This choice, which at first aroused curiosity, resulted in a deep self-discovery. Mark's narrative demonstrates the intrinsic desire for reflection and isolation that INFJs have, demonstrating that this behavior is a conscious choice that promotes emotional equilibrium and self-awareness rather than an escape for those who are like him. The second is steadfast nonconformity. Mark's INFJ identity made his unwavering nonconformity very evident during a brainstorming session with the team. While recommendations echoed societal conventions, Mark put out a novel concept that went against the grain. The turning point came when Mark's concept gained traction and produced a groundbreaking answer in spite of early skepticism. This encounter highlights the INFJ's dedication to nonconformity as something beyond a characteristic of rebellion. For those like Mark, it's a conscious attempt to present novel viewpoints and break free from traditional thinking. First place, innately charitable deeds. Mark's INFJ path culminated in innately charitable deeds that profoundly impacted everyone in his vicinity. When Mark noticed that James, a coworker, was having a personal setback, he went above the call of duty to assist him. The turning point came when Mark's selfless actions, which at first shocked everyone, started to spread and encouraged a supportive environment at work. Mark's narrative effectively demonstrates the INFJ's dedication to generosity by illustrating how, for people like him, these deeds are not just token acts of kindness, but rather an integral aspect of who they are. Integral components of the INFJ identity include authenticity that goes beyond intuitive empathy, profound emotional insight, real connection cultivation, strategic outcome anticipation, idealistic vision pursuit, introspective solitude embrace, unwavering nonconformity, and innately altruistic actions. These behaviors aren't just showy. They're a fundamental part of the INFJ's personality and influence how they see people, situations, and the world in general, since each of these behaviors is a true representation of their dedication to empathy, genuineness, and improving the lives of others they come into contact with. Real INFJs find it impossible to pretend to have these habits.